Alright guys, vlog is done. I cut through the grass completely forgetting that kids were off today. So, you know, because it's Halloween, so happy Halloween guys. So, as I was talking Sunday after we got done camping, you know, after we got unloaded and all that, because we had to pull all the bedding out so that mom can wash it. Yeah, so that mom can wash it and all the freezable cleaning stuff out, you know, so all your soaps, you know, so like body wash, shampoo, dishwashing soap, hand soap, you know, disinfectant wipes, all had to come out. You know, and basically any type of like cleaner or whatever could freeze had to get pulled out of the camper. So hold that thought. This happened too, so I went down to Off the Beaten Trail on Sunday, the vlog, or on Tuesday I think it was. They cleared this whole thing. They brush cut, you know, all that, and then on the other side of the trail too, or on the creek. So then we pull all the bedding, all of our clothes, all of our food, all the bed. So it's all the clothes, all the food, all the bedding, all the cleaning stuff. You know, most of the stuff stayed because it's you know like dishes and you know napkins and silverware and you know stuff that can stay in the camper. You know, so we just pulled out everything that could freeze, including the water and the water system. So then me and Dad go to Grandma's again with a camper because we got to winterize it yet. Which should be happening within today or tomorrow. And you know, so we put the camper by Grandma, cut the grass there. Gotta cut the grass by Nick too, because he's out of work right now as well. So he can't do nothing because he's in the hospital. I don't know why I'm going this way. Idiot no Paula lives down the road from you. You know, and then there's this lady that comes up and is like, "Hey, you got a cigarette I can bum off you?" And I said, "Sorry, no, I don't. I don't smoke." You know, and she walks away, and I kind of got snotty with, you know, about it a little bit, you know, which is normal for me. And I'm like, do I look like a fucking smoker to you? You know, she's fucking homeless. She ended up living in beds, you know, probably about 40, 50 feet down from where I just showed you where you got brush cut. To the right. And you know, so she was part of a big homeless group. So that red Harrow BMX bike that you guys always seen at Dan's that had no chain, that was their bike. That next or yeah, that Huffy road bike or whatever the fuck it was is theirs. No, that's now gone, I think, so it should have been gone a long time ago. So they knew I was coming a long ass time ago. Never fucking moved. You know, then she ended up coming into fucking work like a day, 2 days after that. You know, 3 days after that. I'm gonna go look at the garage sale. I know, if I would have known that the sign would have been out, I just would have went and looked, but I told Amber about it. She's like, really? I was like, yeah. You know, and I asked, do I look like a fucking smoker to you? And she's like, with me knowing that you don't smoke, no. I said, there's times saying, you know, I was thinking, there's times that my work when I was at work, that I was close to going to buy a fucking pack. But thank God I didn't. I probably would have been kicked out of the house. But and I can't spin the wheel on GTM line today because I spun it so late last night. Prolux, I think it said at the I think is the next street down. You know, we're gonna have a lot to fucking do from tomorrow on. You know, we gotta put lights up, Christmas lights. The Christmas tree's gotta go up, camper's gotta get finished being dealt with. You know, camper. This is La Plante, and then I think Prolux is the next one. Yeah, because there's a sign there too. You know, so I always wanted to, you know, find out if the guy, whoever owns this building, is willing to sell it, you know, for cheap. You know, I'd ask him, like, hey, if you're willing to sell this like right now, how much would you want? You know, if you said like 10 grand, I'm like, I'll think about it. You know, Dad's like, well, why are you buying a property you have no fucking use for? How, like, listen here, fucker. Well, I think this is Prolux. I didn't look at the road sign. I'm like, listen here, fucker. We pull in behind, you know, in the university, off of, you know, off the university into the old Gippers parking lot. We cut through. And they're like, yeah. We could park a camper next to the fucking building. It was a good idea. And I said, oh shit. Camper store just come and do it too. I think this is where it was. You know, take a right and go past Corey's house. You know, and I'd be like, we can tell Joe, hey, we're gonna pull out of the, you know, having our spot. You know, give it to somebody else. It's like, okay, you know, it sucks that you guys are leaving. Whatever. And like, yeah, it is, but we ended up getting